It's the last Sunday of the month. I believe we're the 29th. And we're at New Thought Center. We're out in the Lanai, and we are welcoming you here, those that are physically present and those that are probably around the country and around the world, maybe even. So we're glad to have you with us today. We've got a really special program. It's more like a mini concert today with beautiful Indian raga music from Laurie Kalli. And yes, and I know that you're going to enjoy it very much. And again, we welcome you. So we're going to start off today with a reading from the Science of Mind magazine, and I think Terry's going to do that for us. Thank you, Terry.
Okay. I have come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. And then a quote from Ernest Holmes: have enthusiasm, and above all, have a consciousness of love, a radiant feeling flowing through your consciousness at all times. Passion, enthusiasm, are these words of the past? Are these values that no longer have meaning? There are people who have passion about a particular subject, and nowadays they are called activists or reactionaries, words not taken too kindly by many. But these people have values, and they stand up for what they believe as they move forward with zeal. We may not necessarily agree with their point of view or their way of showing their passion, but the passion is there. I personally prefer to be an activist in consciousness by remaining in mind, optimism, and a loving attitude. In this way, we activate a power of love that in the end brings about a more cohesive response in the multitudes. If an idea comes to mind, do you just set it aside? Or do you look at the idea and consider the possibility that the creative mind that resides within you placed this thought seed for your consideration? Do you throw it aside, or do you ponder on the possibilities of a new or different creation that is about to flower to fruition? Mull it over. Look at the possibility that something useful for you and for others is waiting for your unique expression. Let that freedom of passion flow. Live with passion, with enthusiasm, with love for life. For life is God's gift to us. It is time for us to live it more abundantly, more confidently, more fervently, more eagerly. I think if we did this, we would have more energy and vitality, healthier bodies, and greater peace of mind. Let us say yes to life. The affirmation, I'll read it and then we can repeat it. Today, every action I take is God action and is filled with a new passion for life. Today, every action I take is God action and is filled with a new passion for life.
Thank you, Terry. Say yes to love. All right. In life. Life is love. Okay. Um, I think what we'll do now is just take a little time to refocus, to ground, to collect our energies together here on the lanai and with all of you out there. Let's just take a moment to just kind of go within, take a deep breath. Bring in all the beautiful mana healing energy that's amongst us, love, light, purpose, joy, and just breathe deeply and breathe it in. And just go within for a few moments together. You want to collect, come back, refocus. I think New Thought has the greatest meditators in the world. We'd still probably, if I didn't ding that, we'd be here half an hour later. Very, very collective, very unifying. I really feel oneness when we do that. Thank you so much. Um, okay, so good morning again for those of you who have just joined us. It's the last Sunday of the month, the 29th of January, and we have a special program today. Laurie Kalli is going to be doing some ragas for us, traditional Indian ragas, and she'll talk a little bit about that, and we're going to do some things together with that. But before we get that, I want to, I try to think of a new way to introduce what New Thought is. And without being here and experiencing it, it's kind of hard to tell. Yes, we started out as Science of Mind. Yes, we do not have a minister. We minister to ourselves. And every week we have really dynamic speakers, presenters, and we change our facilitator, we change our music minister. Um, it, it, Everything's different. Every moment, every week we come back. So I thought about what New Thought is not. And there's a lot of things it's not, but I think I'll focus instead on what it is. It's a group of individuals that come together from many different paths, many different walks of life. A group that honors all pathways because we all have the same goal, and that is union with God. So, however your path is, whatever you choose, we honor it. You don't have to give up anything to be here. We don't ask for anything. We just ask that we come together in unity. And I I've moved around a lot, and I have looked for quote churches unquote, and I tell you I can't find anything anywhere like New Thought. We have a good sense of humor. We're spontaneous. Um, we're visionary. We're collective. What else are we, you guys? What else is New Thought? Fun. Gosh. Okay. Open at the top? Pardon? Oh, okay. Ernest Holmes would say we're open at the top. At the top. Okay. That's good. That's a good place. Anything else? Quirky. Yeah, that's for sure. What else are we? Family, community, Ohana, spiritual. Yes, very much. Very much. That's why we balance it with our humor. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. We've been here. Gosh, this new thought's been in existence over 50 years. So we got to be doing something right. Um, and now that we're doing streaming, I think it's really helpful for people that can tune in. You can look at the videos online at a later time. You can email us. You can sign up for the email so you get to see who's speaking and when and what's going on here. And most of all, if you're around here, drop by and say hi to us every now and then. We'd love to see you. Now we get to the part. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but if I think of it, I'll add it in. One that new thought people really like is miracles and ordinaries. And honestly, these days, I don't see such a defining difference between the two because the littlest things can sometimes just descend on us like a miracle, quote unquote. And a miracle on a daily basis, they start to be ordinary. They're never ordinary, but there's so much movement, so many synchronicities that it seems like, at least for me, that they all blend into one. But it's so, I always define, quote, miracles, unquote, as the ability to recognize when God descends grace upon us. So, and I'm sure you guys have a different definition of that. But the bottom line is anything going on with you that was special, that you thought about, that you ruminated about, I see a hand way in the back. Aaron, come on up. Oh, no, it's Momi. Oh, what a surprise. I have something for you after.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, it's so nice to be back. So, I do a lot of physical work for a living and for entertainment. I love to garden. And um, I have an overuse injury. And it got to the point where I had to quit everything, take a little break and rest. Because when we hurt ourselves, we have to rest, allow ourselves to heal. So, for a month and a half, I did not do what I do to make money, which is massage. I didn't cut food for my family. I made them do it. I didn't clean, wax on, wax off. I didn't garden. I didn't prune my roses or anything. I didn't harvest. I would instruct my kids go harvest. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. And then I realized I was overworking myself. And I'm like, okay, I can fob off all the little chore stuff to the kids. They're old enough, they can handle. How do I make money not using my arms? I love my job, I love my work. And I'm like, okay, I can only do so many massages. So you can either, as a massage therapist, to make more money, either find a new way to make money, get more money for what you're already doing, or get paid more, or double what you're doing. So I'm like, I can't do more. I tried that. And I really can't charge more because my target audience is people who really need body work. And so I'm like, okay. And I was feeling in this place of lack and stress and I don't have enough. And I'm like, oh my God, it's the wrong thinking. Like, I'm going to call in abundance. I'm like, I have an abundance of fruit and vegetables. I have abundance of all these wonderful things. And Somehow the money will come. I've been volunteering lately, just giving massage away because the spot is beautiful, just undeniably gorgeous. And then after a couple months of volunteering there, once, you know, they're like, oh, well, we've arranged it for you to have a stipend. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm getting paid to do something I was going to do for free in this beautiful, beautiful place. Hey, I just got an email that stipend has been quadrupled. So, what I would normally make in a day, like working like a full day, I'm going to be paid for being in this place that I was going to volunteer anyway. And I'm just like, mahalo, okay, cool. Thank you. So the sitting and visualizing, and I was like, I don't know where the money is going to come from. I'm just going to visualize it. It's just going to start coming in somehow, some way. I don't need to know how. I just know that my life is full of abundance. And then I got paid for my pumpkins that just volunteered out of growing out of my compost. And I got a big check from that. And I'm like, wow, this really can happen. So there it is. And so it is. And mahalo.
Yay. You deserve it, mommy. That's a sweet story. And I was thinking when mommy was talking, so she wasn't doing this, she wasn't doing that, she wasn't doing this, all those things. What was she doing? Was she sitting and meditate? Was she, worried? What was she doing? Well, obvious, right? You called in abundance, and there it is. Beautiful example. Healing, calling in the healing first. The healing first came, and then the abundance. Okay, got it. All right. Good, good reminder, Momi. Good reminder to all of us. Thank you. Okay, who else has got a miracle or an ordinary? Are your lives all that boring? I don't think so. I know you guys. Oh, okay. Jean, you look like you want to hop out of your seat. You're trying to restrain yourself and it doesn't work.
Happens that I'm just bubbling over. Um, I didn't really plan to come up, but I did plan to bubble over. And life is just such a miracle. And I was sick, and but I'm all better. And when we've been sick, we do take stock. What the heck, Because you're like, ooh, you have to surrender. And when we surrender and we truly open Tamakua and truly go, okay, what, and just surrender, we do grow amazingly. And it's a very ordinary miracle. Mahalo.
There's a reason she's named Jean Love. That's all I can say. 99% of the time she is bubbling over. Thank you for your joy and your love you bring here, Jean. Anybody else just want to say anything? No? Oh, okay. Palmer, did you raise your hand? No. You were just you were just you were just going aloha? Okay. Okay. God, God forbid. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Momi, you want to can you come up and oh, she has an ordinary miracle for her little guy that's sitting there. Oh. Okay, we're it's a request and we're taking care of it. We won't repeat what it was. He just said his miracle. Look at that. She's, as they go, as they go. Can you do a short one, Lori? Okay, Lori, oh, okay, she's got her own
I have my
headsets.
own headset. So I have an a nice experience because Pasha called me and said, "Can I come and play the music?" Somebody had dropped out for music, and then I said yes. And then she called a week later and said, "Can you come and do everything because somebody had to go to the mainland?" And I'm just really thrilled to come over here. So thank you.
Yay. And another miracle is the universe provided you with places to lay your head, right?
Not only that, but I'm getting to do this with Tony, who is a wonderful friend for me. And I'm just really glad to have that friendship over here.
Thank you, Lori. I'm so looking forward to our time. If you happen to notice, by the way, both Lori and I have saris on. I'm so happy to be able to do this because it's not something I would normally wear to New Thought. But part of it is because of the Indian tradition and the ragas and the sacred toning that we're going to be doing. And in honor of my gurus who are behind me, there's Sri Satya Sai Baba is to the left of the table. And my new guru, I shouldn't say my name. Oh, I'm not sure quite how to say, it, but anyways, this is Sri Madhusudan Sai. And I visit him in Moon and Holly, and he does come to the U.S. And if you're fortunate, we get to say hi, aloha to him then. And I did say aloha to him, and he replied back. So, um, yeah. So, in honor of that, I'm wearing my sari. And we're going to be doing, I also have the good fortune today of doing a few quotes from, let me show you the book. There's a series of these. There's going to be 20 of these. I've worked on these since I've done editing for these since about book 3 or 4, I'm not even sure, since 2015. And they're divine discourses from Sai Baba and the subtle body. So I'm going to be doing some quotes from there. I have permission because all of this is copywritten. So I do have permission for that. They'll be short quotes. They're on sound and music. So if I do a quote and it says song or sing, it's the same for music. It's the same type of thing. So just substitute in your mind music. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Laurie. Oh, wait, before we do that, is there anyone here for the first time? Nope. Okay. Anybody here that's here for the second or third time and not the first time? Yeah, I wanted to. I've been eyeing you. No. Can you tell us your name and how you got here originally? I think I kind of remember, but I'd like to hear it again. Guinevere. Do you want to? Would you want to come up? Yeah, could you start again? Yeah, your name and how you got. Yeah.
So I'm Guinevere, and I live here. I'm a resident in the area, and this is my second time here at New Thought. And I do have a spiritual tradition. I'm originally from Canada, and I come from an ashram in Western Canada. And I actually just had a little. We did a little online meeting this morning. So if I look a little more full of light than I did the first time, it's because I'm reflecting it all back at you. That's why. Um, so yeah, I'm always interested in finding spiritual communities and deepening my own understanding of myself. And the concept of New Thought is similar to my own tradition belief system. It's you bring your own belief, you bring your own sense of self to learn more about yourself. And so that's what I see when I look at the website of New Thought and et cetera, et cetera. So happy to be here and yeah, and join in fellowship, and especially happy to be here and hear some Indian ragas. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, this is perfect. Right. Where's your sari? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay. All right. You're, okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming, being willing to come up and do that with us. I knew I'd seen you before, but I couldn't. Yeah. So you you're part of the family now. Thank you. You were before too, but okay. Let's talk about Laurie a little bit. So, well, wait. Let me backtrack here again. Um, we're having this program today because Linda Bozer was going to be our presenter, and her she had a death in the family, so unexpectedly a few days beginning of the week, I got a text from her, and so she had to go back to the mainland. She she and Donna Marie was going to be dancing to a poem that Linda had done, and she was so looking forward to sharing that gift with us. So she is actually home, and she's going to be coming back next month to do that. So I would just like to say, Linda, wherever you are, we send our love out to you. We're thinking about you and your family, and we look forward to your returning. Thank you. Okay, Lori, we're getting there. She's going to be both presenting and musician. She's going to explain some aspects of Indian music, including the raga. And we're going to, if we would like, have a chance to tone the Sanskrit equivalation of, that's not the right word, I just made that up, equivalation of do, re, mi, which sound, but the important thing to note here is each of those sounds, like everything, it's a sound, it has energy, but these particular sets of sounds correlate with our energy centers in the body. And she's going to do a well-known morning raga entitled Ahir Bhairav. Okay. So Lori plays the Mohavina and the Sarangi. Mohavina and Sarangi, two ancient instruments of India. And she also plays the tanpura, which I love all of these, and has basic skills of tabla drums. We're going to keep that in mind in case we need a tabla player down the road. Because Mahesh and Brihan are on the other, they're in Florida now. So she studied and practiced over a decade, and she had interest in Indian music, so it motivated her to take several trips to India. She lived at a traditional ashram and engaged in ardent, that's the word, ardent, that's a lot of work, a lot of discipline, classical India raga music training. She lives in Pune and performs with, in case you didn't know, we even had this, India Music Hawaii Band. How is that for you? The best of both worlds, as far as I'm concerned. So, according to Lori, and she'll probably talk about this a little bit, each raga contains a series of notes and patterns that work their way through the body pulse points, in turn evoking human emotions and sentiments in eloquent and divine ways. The music, as we know, has the effect of harmonizing people and bringing a sense of well being and higher consciousness. It's based on the ancient system found in the sacred Hindu scriptures called the Vedas. And when we get to announcements and so forth, Lori, you can do announcements then, but and then maybe you can give it's SoundCloud.com user, but we'll go through that again, and the band's website. So there is a website for her in the band, and we'll go through that slower when we get to the end of the program. So my Sadhguru once told me, people who love God love music. People who love music love God. And there you go. There's the bottom line of it all. So I'm going to start with a brief quote from Sai Baba, and then we're going to start into the music. It is only by God's grace. This is from Music for the Gods from a satsang in Kodaikanal in India on the 17th of May 2016. It is only by God's grace that talent in art, music, or any creative pursuit is present in a person. God loves hearing music being played and sung. His glories can be offered in many beautiful ways through bhava, raga, and tala. feeling, melody, and rhythm. Music is like an ocean with many rivers flowing into it. Whether it is from Western tradition, Indian, Chinese, or any culture, all music merges back into this ocean of God. God has sown the seed for all sound and everything associated with music. He is happy when it returns to him. The Ba in Bharata, India, stands for bhava, meaning feeling, and is the most important part. Music without feeling is like a pudding without sugar. Nobody will eat it. The Ra represents raga, the melody, and Ta refers to tala, the beat. So Ba Ra Ta is feeling, melody, and rhythm. All three must come together to create music that uplifts the soul. Without exception, all great saints were musicians, although they're not trained as people are today. Their music was an expression of deep devotion from within their hearts. Mirabai was not trained as a classical musician, but she expressed her devotion to Krishna very beautifully through music. The Gopikas, the maidens in Vrindavan who tended to the cows, did not attend school to learn even the alphabet, but they were able to sing beautiful songs because of their devotion to Lord Krishna. Tukaram's songs would pour forth from his heart out of devotion for Vitala. In the same way, if you have devotion for God, music will be a spontaneous flow, unobstructive, and incessant. Devotion forms the basis of a musician's emotion. His music or her music is based on love and a yearning to experience God. If you develop deep devotion, everything will come to you, be it music, knowledge, or any other talent. Haridas, who was an Indian classical musician, would imagine seeing God's face when he sang. The whole of creation used to become still just to listen to him. So music that does not emanate from the heart will remain only quote art and nothing more. It will never reach God or touch his heart. Even if you do not have much raga and tala, if bhava, which is the feeling, is present, it is more than enough.
So, hello. Um, see, I am going to have us do a little toning. Um, look at that. Just interesting. My computer just went off. I have to sign back in. See if it'll take my finger. No, it wants a password. So I'm gonna introduce you to the notes, the main Sanskrit words of the raga, of the Indian form of music. So it correlates with do re mi. So we're just gonna do that as a meditative process, and I'm gonna put on the sound. So the basic sound is sa. So sa is where that's what this is playing in right now. And that's where all these other notes emanate out. So in the Indian form, they have 22, but we're just going to do the main one, 7 of them right now. Sa, re, ga. See, it's a little bit light, the pen. Ma, pa. Yeah, I don't think you can see it. Da. Well, we have a dry pen. Okay, okay. Oh, wonderful. Here's the miracle. The miracle in process. So, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, back to sa. And that's just the same as the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Only they have a little bit longer scale, so it's not quite the same sound as a piano. Just a closed eye process. Look at the words. And these are Sanskrit. They all have longer names. Like the Ga is actually Gandhar, but we're doing the short version. So just close your eyes and listen to the sound of the drum when you're singing, and I'll make the sound of these as we go through. So sa. Sa. Good. Okay, shabash. Excellent job. Okay, beautiful. So those are the Indian sounds. And the sa, you could also use the word om with the sa, or some, om or some. And today, the raga I'm going to play, Ayir by Rag, is a morning raga, and it has to do with milk, the people who handle milk, milking the cows. Those of you who've been to India, you remember the cows are just everywhere. They're in the middle of the road. They're walking along. They have a lot of privilege in India, but in the morning, they're getting up, and that's sort of getting up of the cows and putting, the milkmaid's coming. And whenever there's milkmaids, there's Krishna, who likes to maybe spill the milk or get in the way of them bringing the milk to the person who's then going to distribute. And the stores opening up to, to provide the milk to the people, and people going to get their chai that has milk in it in the morning, and making the various foods that would have milk products in the morning. And maybe being cold, maybe having to put a shawl on, or maybe it's a hot day already and having to take something off. So it has my re in this raga is going to be flat. That's the morning sound. And also the knee's going to be flat. But that's pretty complicated. So, okay. And in between a few places, I'm going to have Tony speak a little bit about music, say something about music in between. Or I may have to switch over to a different different part of the sound. So my first part of this is called the alap. So it's a very slow that that I was describing the cows getting up, the early morning getting started, that slow kind of feeling is going to be in this alap that doesn't have any drum part with it. And then I'll go into the other parts that tend to become faster and faster. And in between those, then I'll have you say something.
Okay, very good. Um, from space came wind, and from wind came fire, and from fire came water, and from water came earth. All these five have a very subtle relationship among themselves. The word akasha does not get adequately translated when you refer to it as space. It is not only space, it's a kind of vibration. It's a primordial vibration that emanated, was Om, and was referred to as Nada Brahma. As a result of Om, the vibration of the sound of God, the wind started blowing. You have seen music programs where the vina produces melodious music because of vibration or movement. When the sound of the vibration occurs in akasha, what arises is wind. These five elements are present in every human being. Whatever happens in akasha will affect the other four elements. Akasha is full of vibrations, so when you chant a mantra, the whole akasha will be filled with sacred vibrations. These vibrations pervade everyone and everything present, fostering sacred feelings. Vibrations do not have any weight, and so they can reach anywhere. When you chant the mantras in one place, the vibrations pervade the entire universe. Singing or playing music connects your heart to God's heart. Music helps you to connect to God just like doing seva. That's like service, doing a service to other people. Or chanting the divine names. All these are different paths that lead towards God. Music is a very short path. So if you sing well, play well, and help others connect to God, it is a great service. Music is divinity as much as science. Science only tries to understand how things work, but the fact remains that it is divinity alone which is working. For that matter, even with music, an instrument may be a scientific creation. The sound it produces might be defined by certain laws or rules, but ultimately, when you sing or play, I'm adding or play, from your heart, you become one with the divine, and this is when divinity is realized.
Now we're coming to this part of the morning where pace is picking up. We're in the little rickshaw being driven to the ashram, and there's people cutting in front of us, cutting behind us, and we're just holding on to the side. Finally, we get to the ashram, and there's many people there, and dancing and activities. So that was the Arabaira, finish of the Arabaira raga. And then I'll play a little more for the offertory when we're ready for that. I'm turning it back over to Tony now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Hard to start talking after that. Um, mm, Thank you. I was back in India. I was back in those rickshaws. It was like, oh my gosh. You know, India is a great place for prayers, especially when you get into the rickshaws because you're praying every moment. No, actually, I was a pro by the time I left. I knew, I just had faith and trust, and these guys know what they're doing. It's just we're not used to that system. So, um, yeah. So now we'd like to, and thank you, Lori, for gosh. I mean, look, it was 11:15 exactly, and she stopped the music. Oh my gosh, that's that's amazing to me how you can do all of that. Do this, do that, do that. My gosh, I bet you're a good multitasker. Thank you so much again, Lori. Appreciate it so much. Now we come to the time where we're going to pass our Koa bowl as an offering to New Thought, prayers, monetary, exchange energy. Just our prayers are for, we're 50 years old here or more. Don't I wish I were? Um, New Thought is over 50 years, and we'd like to keep presenting new programs, beautiful speakers and presenters like Lori and others that are coming up and that have come in the past recently. We've had some amazing, amazing presentations. So we're think of the Koa Bowl just as an exchange of energy. Put your prayers and best wishes in, or whatever you wish. You can pray with the bowl. We appreciate everything. And Lori will take us into some offertory music. Thank you, everyone. Um, that is one of the most beautiful, where is she? Beautiful passing of the bowls that I've ever seen. Oh, um, thank you, everyone, for your well wishes and prayers and um, prayers for all. Prayers for all. We're all one family. We're all God's family. So now we have announcements. Lori, do you have anything, upcoming programs or anything you want to announce? Maybe could you put the headsets on? Yes, we can hear you. I know.
So I'm going to be putting together a house concert in Pahoa, and that should be coming up in the next 2 months. And I can let everyone know, if you want to leave me your email address, I can send it to you with the date and the time and the place. And I am looking for to do the same program on this side. So I'm looking for a place to do that. Um, a large room or here or um, something like that to do house concert kind of thing, like an hour long, you know, performance,
Wonderful.
and maybe have even a second, add in a second half hour for a second guest artist to come and perform
Would that be
with that.
wonderful?
And then there's some other Indian musicians around that could come and do something too. So.
Beautiful. Wonderful. We're looking forward to that. And if people need to reach you, I think your website was on the newsletter, was it?
I think it is, but it's indianmusichawaii.com.
Okay.
And just leave me if there's a piece of paper you can write your mail on. I'll definitely let you know when there's concerts.
Yeah, we'll set that up over there.
Okay.
We'll set that over there. Thank you, Lori. Okay, coming up. Every Sunday, we're here at 10 a.m. You can come in person, you can live stream, you can do YouTube later on afterwards. We have free childcare if you're reserved by Friday. The next 3 Sundays, Reverend Aaron, I think it's probably Aaron McCarty, Aligning Your Soul Prick Compass. Music by Mahina and Christina. They're great. Um, and uh, I think she's doing a workshop. I don't see that in there. We'll check that out. Alfredo Gormeziano on the 12th. Program in music and dance. He does the Sufi dancing. He's it's amazing to watch him. Sounds and words of the ancient ones, and his prayers are very very beautiful, very mesmerizing. On 219 we have LT Smooth. Yay! Music and program. Um, we're glad he's coming back with us. We haven't seen him in a little while, and we miss him, and we're glad he's back. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. Now we're at the special event, which is Aaron McCarthy. Soul Print Compass, a map to your vibrant future. February 5th, 1:30 to 3, $25 suggested donation. That should be a good one. We're glad to have some workshops starting up again. We have weekly classes Mondays 4:30 to 5:30 Jin An Wang, Tai Chi and Qigong, all levels. Monthly events. Oh, we have our produce giveaway today. I think, yeah. So if people haven't been too hungry, there should be still be fruit and vegetables left there. I'm not sure what the people in the back there are doing, but hopefully, I think there's a lot. And I bet you, somebody brought sapotes. I don't know if it was Rob and Pasha. Oh gosh, they're good. If it's a new fruit to you, if you've never tried one, try to score one of those. They're really good. Yeah, don't leave empty-handed. Crystal Bowls first Sunday of the month next week, 9 to 9:30. Kaimana Light Hawk Plane, no charge, optional donation to New Thought. And we have our annual meeting on the 26th, which is when Linda Bozer is going to be doing her presentation before the meeting. And we're going to be honoring new members. So if you are thinking about joining, there's no membership fees. You don't have to leave any other groups or make any commitment. You just feel free to show up. But we'd like to honor you as being a member, and we'll do that at the new membership meeting. And honestly, I like to tell the story of how we used to come, and then we used to leave after service. This was many years ago. And one day I said, "What the heck? Why not become a we don't we New Thought people generally don't like to be members of anything. We're pretty independent. But I said, "Oh, what the heck? I think I'll do it." And really everything changed for me. I liken it to getting married. You may be in relationship, be in the same house, share everything. Something about the ceremony or signing, I don't know, affirming the affirmation of the intent. Everything shifted for me. So I'm really glad I did that, and didn't hide away in the back and leave as soon as service was over. Because, yeah, sure have changed things. Okay. Blank forms are over there on the table, and they're also on the New Thought website. So please consider doing that. We would love to have you here. So we always need service there's always service opportunities. And since there's service opportunities, we need service volunteers. It's great to do SAVA. It's a great form of SAVA. We and we do, in particular, Patty Wall has been doing our lays for so long that I can't even count or remember. And it would be nice to be able to help her with that, and then eventually maybe take that on for yourself or get a pal. Get 2 or 3 pals and you take turns. If you are a librarian in a former life and would like to help out with our lending library, guys, there's some really good books out in the lending library, and we really underutilize that area. And I don't know, maybe some point somebody wants to lead a book discussion. We could pick a book out of there and do that. Just an idea for down the road. So click reply to the New Thought newsletter. You can sign up over there, get on our mailing list. We're www.newthoughtcenterofhawaii.com. And Pasha, do you have maybe any other announcements? Really? Wait. Oh, lunch. How quickly we forget. Okay, we are going. Lori, do you know where you would like to go to lunch? I don't. I don't think we have a Mexican place this area. Pardon? But is that down? Where is that? Okay, we'll do it right after. We'll figure it out, and we'll do that right after. There's an in. Yeah. There, yeah. So there is, Lori, there is a Thai restaurant down at the KO Shopping Center, which is sort of on our way back. If, is that okay? Is that okay? Okay. We'll do the Thai restaurant at the shopping center, KO. Okay. Yeah, how many? No, they're open. Yeah, they're open. Okay, well, okay, let's circle up and we'll sing the Hawaii Aloha song. And thank you for joining us. Please watch out for the cords. Thank you.